Hello, everyone, and welcome to the 130th episode of Tuesdays with Tobe. My name is Tobe Frierson, and as I say each week, I am thrilled to be back before you again today with another message. Well, I said message, but this actually isn't going to be much of a message. I'm going to talk to you a little bit, but this is going to be on location. We're bouncing around a new city. I've been to Nash-Vegas maybe once or twice before, but I don't really get a chance to bounce around town. I never stay in one place really long. You guys might be like, yeah, we know because we watch the videos and your background keeps changing. You talked about 2023 being a year of rest and stillness and being in the studio. And I know. Isn't it funny how we can have plans, right? And we should be making plans. Making plans keeps us on track. It helps us out with forward progression. But it's I say funny, but it can be really weird when your plans are just not what's happening right now in life, right? And so while I'm embracing all these opportunities I'm getting, it's quite daunting to keep up with. I'm determined to bring you guys videos though. So that's why you keep seeing me pop up on Tuesdays. This is my passion project, right? I say I want to speak for a living one day. So I got to get on this platform and try to talk to you, even if I keep bouncing you around and just showing you things. And that is the nature of today's episode. So let's get into it really quickly. As we do each week, I started to say I want you to look behind me. While that's very pretty, you're not going to see our family rules. So let's just repeat after me with our family rules. During Tuesdays with Tobe, we'll use kind words. We're going to do our best. Always be honest, forgive and forget, be happy, count your blessings, laugh at yourself, stay positive, and love one another. Quick setup and story before we go see this music spot called Rudy's and listen to these folks play a little bit. So I'm in Nashville for work, as I said. What I didn't tell you all is I had an opportunity to present at a conference, and the presentation my day job is not ministry. So I know I announced last week that ministry is going to be a focus for me, and it's something that I'm going to pursue. And by the way, for all of you who commented, who texted me, who called, who reached out and was excited about my home purchase and also excited to hear that I was going to pursue that, thank you. I should have done that at the top of the video. Thank you. I'm already feeling your prayers. I'm feeling very encouraged about what I'm about to step into. And so I appreciate you celebrating with me. And I also ask you all to cover me. So for those of you who have already sent the praying hands or actually said the actual prayers, I want to thank you for that. But this was interesting. So my job is higher education. So I'm at this conference talking about strategic enrollment management. Basically, how in the world do you put all the pieces together, not only to recruit students to colleges and universities, but how do you make sure that they're successful? And then how do you graduate them? That's kind of it in a nutshell. So I'm presenting and I'm co-presenting with my boss. And so we're at this conference, and then we get done with the presentation, and afterwards I'm literally on an escalator or approaching an escalator, and a lady stops me and she was like, I was in your presentation just now. She was like, I want to ask you something, but I hope I don't offend you. Now, one, it's very common if you're presenting that somebody who was in your session approaches you after you present. That's super common. But to start out with, I hope I don't offend you, I was like, what did I say? I was like, was there a slide that was incorrect? Is there some data messed up? Like, what did I say? It was very strange interaction. And I had that 10 seconds of panic because I should have just waited and listened, right? But instead, I gave myself all the anxious feelings. And she was like, are you a singer? And I was like, oh, I was like, okay. I was like, I've gotten that one before. I said, I know how to handle that. And so I've started answering that, guys, differently, because I've realized that while I can sing, I don't think I can call myself a singer. That would be another episode. Or if you know me and you want to know why I'm saying that, sure, I'll tell you. But I can sing. So what I said was, I said I sing, but I don't necessarily call myself a singer. But I said I'm a musician, and I went to school and I studied music. So that's how I answer that question. But she was still there, like lingering, kind of standing with me. And I was like, what with this? And I was like, this can't be I hope I don't offend you. So then she was like, my head was down when the session started. And as soon as I heard your voice in the microphone, she was like, I looked up. And she said, when I looked up, she said, just the way you were holding the microphone and just listening to you, she was like, it was giving worship leader vibes. First of all, she said it was giving worship leader vibes. I've already outed her as far as her ethnicity. Hilarious in terms of the panic that I had because somebody said, I hope I don't offend you, only to come to find out that I'm sitting here at this conference that has zero to do with ministry, zero to do with me telling all you guys what my next steps are and to pray for me over these next 2 years. And literally somebody afterwards, and the session was over for like 5 to 10 minutes after this. So it was very much afterwards. I'm identified as a worship leader. Now, I didn't tell you guys I was going to pursue worship leading. I actually don't know what in ministry I'll be doing yet. But of course, you all know that this is something I've been doing since my Green Hill days when I was a child. And I just found that to be really interesting. I'm going to have to step away and spend some time alone, get into a secret place and just be like, Father, was that some kind of message? Like, what was that all about? Like, why did this lady do that? So just wanted to share that with you, that was not why I'm in Nashville. Maybe I did come to Nashville to understand that if I speak into a microphone about higher ed, somebody's going to tell me I'm giving worship leader vibes. It was just really wild. I had to share that on the channel. I thought you guys might appreciate it. But that's not what we're doing today. We're bouncing around Nashville. I'm going to show you Rudy's. I'm going to take you into the spot. I love music and I'm here for a few days, and while you won't see all the other spots, there's going to be a music spot every single day. I'm super excited about that. And I don't even know this lady's name. But I spoke in the microphone and the way I was holding it was giving worship leader vibes. Hey, I hope you all enjoy Rudy's. First of all, definitely like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you back here next week. Take care, everybody.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
So I made it back from Rudy's. Rudy's was an absolute blast. It was great to see those locals just kind of out there trying to play instruments, and they had such chemistry even though people didn't really know each other. So that was super cool. And yeah, hope you all enjoyed just a night out in Nashville. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you back here next week.